Welcome to Everyday English Podcast, a beginner-friendly podcast for improving English skills with simple English. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of persuasion.
That's right. We're going to explore how to be instantly more persuasive in our conversations.
Persuasion is such an important skill, isn't it? It can really change how we communicate with others.
Absolutely. It's not just about convincing someone, it's about connecting and influencing in a positive way.
Exactly. And we'll be sharing some practical tips that anyone can use.
Right. From understanding the basics of persuasion to using body language effectively.
And let's not forget about crafting your message to fit your audience. That's key.
Oh, for sure. Tailoring your message can make a huge difference.
Plus, building credibility is so important. People need to trust you.
Yes. Trust can really enhance your persuasive power.
And we'll also talk about the role of social proof, which is fascinating.
Oh, definitely. Seeing how others are influenced can sway opinions.
So, we have a lot to cover today. Are you ready to dive in?
Absolutely. Let's get started on this journey to becoming more persuasive.
So, let's dive into the basics of persuasion. What exactly is it?
Great question. Persuasion is really about influencing someone's thoughts or actions. It's not just about convincing them, but more about guiding them to see your perspective.
Right, and it's something we do every day, often without even realizing it.
Exactly. Think about it. When you're trying to convince a friend to watch a movie you like, you're using persuasion.
Oh, totally. And it can be as simple as sharing why you enjoyed that movie or what makes it special.
Yes. And the key is to connect with them on a personal level. If they relate to your experience, they're more likely to be persuaded.
So, it's really about understanding your audience, right?
Absolutely. Knowing what they value or what interests them can make your message much more effective.
And that leads us to how persuasion works in our everyday lives. Can you think of an example?
Sure. Like when you're negotiating for a raise at work. You might highlight your achievements and how they benefit the company.
That's a perfect example. You're not just asking for more money, you're showing your worth.
Exactly. And that's where understanding persuasion becomes powerful. It's about framing your message in a way that resonates.
And it's not just in professional settings. Think about personal relationships too.
Right. Whether it's convincing a family member to try a new restaurant or discussing plans for a vacation, persuasion is everywhere.
So, it really is a vital skill to have. What do you think is the first step in becoming more persuasive?
I'd say the first step is to really listen. Understanding the other person's viewpoint can help you tailor your message accordingly.
Listening is so important. It shows that you value their opinion, which can make them more open to your ideas.
Exactly. And once you have that connection, you can begin to influence them more effectively.
So, it's all about building that rapport first before making your point.
Yes. And that's a secret that can transform any conversation into a persuasive interaction.
Let's talk about the power of body language. It's fascinating how much nonverbal signals can influence our conversations.
Absolutely. Body language can really enhance or undermine what we're trying to say.
Right. For example, if someone is crossing their arms while you're speaking, it might signal defensiveness.
Yeah, and that can make it harder to persuade them. They might not even realize they're doing it.
Exactly. So, what are some tips for using body language effectively?
Well, one key tip is to maintain eye contact. It shows confidence and helps build trust.
Oh, definitely. Eye contact can make the other person feel more engaged.
And, using open gestures can also be really powerful. It makes you seem more approachable.
Right. So, instead of keeping your hands hidden, showing them can invite connection.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about posture. Standing tall can convey confidence.
Yes. Good posture not only affects how others see you but also how you feel about yourself.
Exactly. When you stand tall, it can boost your own confidence levels.
So, it's like a cycle. Good posture leads to confidence, which can make you more persuasive.
Right. And if you look confident, people are more likely to listen to what you have to say.
That's a great point. So, what about when someone is nervous? How can they improve their body language?
Well, practicing in front of a mirror can help. You can see how your body language comes across.
Oh, that's a smart idea. It's all about becoming aware of those nonverbal signals.
Exactly. And even small changes, like relaxing your shoulders, can make a big difference.
So, it's really about being mindful of how you present yourself.
Yes. And remember, it's not just about your own body language but also reading others.
Right. Being aware of others' signals can help you adjust your approach.
Definitely. It's like a dance, where both parties influence each other.
What a great way to put it. So, to wrap up, body language is a powerful tool in persuasion.
Absolutely. With practice, anyone can improve their body language and become more persuasive.
Let's move on to crafting your message. Tailoring it to fit your audience is so crucial, don't you think?
Absolutely. If your message doesn't resonate with the audience, it can fall flat.
Right. So, how do you go about understanding your audience better?
Well, I think it starts with research. Knowing their interests, values, and even their concerns can really help.
Oh, for sure. And it's not just about what they like, but also how they prefer to receive information.
Exactly. Some people respond better to stories, while others might prefer facts and statistics.
That's a great point. So, once you know your audience, how do you structure your argument for maximum impact?
I'd say starting with a strong opening is key. You want to grab their attention right away.
Yes. A compelling hook can really set the tone for the rest of your message.
And then, you want to lay out your main points clearly. Keeping it organized helps your audience follow along.
Right. So, maybe using bullet points or numbering can make it easier to digest.
Definitely. And don't forget to include a strong conclusion that reinforces your main message.
So, it's like bringing everything full circle, right?
Exactly. And using rhetorical devices can really enhance your persuasion too.
Oh? Like what kind of rhetorical devices?
Well, metaphors and analogies can make complex ideas more relatable.
That's true. They can create vivid images in the listener's mind.
And rhetorical questions can engage your audience, making them think about your points.
Yes. It's like inviting them into the conversation.
Exactly. And repetition can also be powerful. It emphasizes your key points.
So, you're saying that by repeating important ideas, they stick in the audience's mind?
Exactly. It reinforces your message and makes it memorable.
Wow, that's really insightful. So, tailoring your message, structuring it well, and using rhetorical devices can all boost your persuasive power.
Absolutely. With practice, anyone can master these techniques.
Now, let's talk about the role of credibility in persuasion. It's such an important aspect, don't you think?
Absolutely. Credibility really lays the foundation for trust in any conversation.
Right. So, what are some effective ways to build that trust and authenticity?
Well, one key way is to be transparent. Sharing your own experiences can really help.
Oh, for sure. When you share personal stories, it makes you more relatable.
Exactly. It shows that you've been through similar situations, which can resonate with your audience.
And, having knowledge about the topic is crucial too, right?
Yes. If you know your stuff, people are more likely to take you seriously.
So, it's about combining personal experience with solid knowledge.
Exactly. And that creates a strong sense of authenticity.
What about when you face objections? How can you handle those gracefully?
Good question. Acknowledging the other person's concerns is a great start.
Oh, definitely. It shows that you're listening and valuing their perspective.
Right. Then you can respond with empathy, explaining your viewpoint without dismissing theirs.
So, it's really about finding common ground, isn't it?
Exactly. When you find that common ground, it makes it easier to persuade.
And using examples or data to support your point can help too, right?
Absolutely. It adds weight to your argument and shows you've done your homework.
So, to sum up, building credibility involves sharing personal experiences, having knowledge, and handling objections thoughtfully.
Yes. And with practice, anyone can improve their credibility and persuasive skills.
Let's dive into the concept of social proof. It's fascinating how much influence others can have on our opinions, don't you think?
Absolutely. Social proof is everywhere. It's like when you see a restaurant full of people and think, it must be good if so many are here.
Exactly. That's a perfect example. It's all about the idea that if others are doing something, it's likely the right choice.
Right. And this can be incredibly powerful in persuasion. How do you think we can use testimonials effectively?
Well, testimonials can build trust. When someone shares their positive experience, it makes others feel more comfortable.
Yeah. And it's not just about having any testimonial, it needs to be relatable. If someone sees a story that mirrors their own situation, they're more likely to connect.
That's true. So, crafting those testimonials with specific details can really enhance their impact.
Definitely. And endorsements from credible sources can also add weight. Like, if an expert supports a product, it can sway opinions.
Oh, for sure. People trust experts. It's like when a famous athlete endorses a sports drink, fans are more likely to try it.
Exactly. And referrals work similarly. If a friend recommends something, you're more likely to check it out.
Right. That personal touch makes a big difference. It feels more genuine.
So, how can we apply this in crafting persuasive content?
I think it starts with understanding your audience. Knowing what resonates with them can help you tailor your message.
Yes. And including social proof in your content, like statistics or user reviews, can make it more convincing.
Oh, definitely. It's about showing that others have made the same choice and benefited from it.
Exactly. And using visuals, like graphs or images of happy customers, can enhance that effect.
So, to sum up, social proof is a powerful tool. It's about leveraging the influence of others to persuade.
Absolutely. With the right testimonials, endorsements, and relatable content, anyone can boost their persuasive skills.
Let's dive into some persuasive techniques that can really make a difference in various situations.
Absolutely. One of the key aspects is using effective closing techniques to ensure a sale or agreement.
Right. So, what are some effective ways to close a conversation persuasively?
Well, one technique is to create a sense of urgency. You might say something like, "This offer is only available for a limited time."
Oh, that's a classic. It really encourages people to act quickly.
Exactly. And another approach is to summarize the benefits clearly before asking for the agreement.
So, you mean like highlighting what they gain from saying yes?
Yes, precisely. It reinforces the value of what you're proposing.
And what about when someone is indifferent or rejects your proposal? How can you handle that?
Great question. Tactfully acknowledging their feelings is crucial. You could say something like, "I understand this may not be the right time for you."
That's really important. It shows empathy and keeps the door open for future conversations.
Exactly. And then you can gently ask if there's anything specific holding them back.
Oh, I see. That way, you can address their concerns directly.
Right. And it's all about keeping the conversation flowing in a persuasive direction.
So, how do you maintain that flow during a conversation?
Well, one effective technique is to ask open-ended questions. It encourages them to share more.
Yes. That can lead to deeper discussions and help you understand their perspective better.
Exactly. And actively listening to their responses can guide your next steps.
So, it's like a dance, where you respond to their cues and keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. And using positive reinforcement, like acknowledging their points, can also help.
That's a great point. It makes them feel valued and encourages them to engage more.
Yes. So, to sum up, effective closing techniques, handling rejection with empathy, and keeping the conversation flowing are all vital for persuasion.
Exactly. With practice, anyone can master these skills.
For sure. It's all about being aware and adapting to the situation.
Let's explore the future of persuasion. It's fascinating how technology is reshaping communication, don't you think?
Absolutely. Technology has changed the way we connect and influence each other.
Right. I mean, just think about social media. It's a huge platform for persuasion now.
Exactly. With just a few clicks, you can reach thousands of people. But it also means we have to be more strategic.
So true. What do you think are some new tools we should embrace for influencing?
Well, I think data analytics is a big one. Understanding audience behavior can really enhance our persuasive efforts.
Oh, definitely. Knowing what resonates with your audience can make your message much more effective.
And then there are tools like video content. It's so engaging and can convey emotions more powerfully than text.
Yes. Videos can create a connection that's hard to achieve with just words.
And let's not forget about virtual reality. It can immerse people in experiences that really influence their perspectives.
Wow, that's a game changer. Imagine using VR to show the impact of climate change, for example.
Exactly. It's about creating experiences that lead to empathy and understanding.
So, how can we stay ahead of the curve in our communication skills?
I think continuous learning is key. Keeping up with trends and new technologies can give you an edge.
Right. And practicing adaptability is important too. The way people communicate is always evolving.
Absolutely. Being open to new methods and tools can really enhance your persuasive abilities.
And, engaging with your audience through feedback can help you refine your approach.
Yes. Listening to what works and what doesn't can guide your future efforts.
So, to wrap up, technology is definitely reshaping persuasion, and we need to embrace these changes.
Exactly. By staying informed and adaptable, we can enhance our communication prowess.
As we wrap up today's episode, let's recap some key takeaways on mastering persuasion.
Absolutely. We've covered a lot, haven't we? First off, understanding your audience is crucial.
Right. Tailoring your message to fit their interests and values can really enhance your persuasive power.
And we talked about the importance of body language. It can either support or undermine your message.
Exactly. Maintaining eye contact and using open gestures can help build trust.
And let's not forget about credibility. Sharing personal experiences and knowledge makes you more relatable.
Yes. Authenticity really resonates with people. It's all about connecting on a personal level.
And we discussed social proof. Seeing others influenced can sway opinions in your favor.
Right. Testimonials and endorsements can really add weight to your arguments.
So, what about practical tools and resources for further learning?
Well, there are plenty of books and online courses focused on persuasion techniques.
Yeah. And even podcasts like this one can provide ongoing insights and examples.
And practicing these skills in everyday conversations is key, right?
Exactly. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. It's a journey.
So, don't be discouraged if it feels challenging at first. Every conversation is an opportunity to improve.
Absolutely. Just keep applying what you've learned, and you'll see progress.
Remember, mastering persuasion takes time and effort, but it's definitely worth it.
Yes. So, let's encourage everyone to keep practicing and refining those skills.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope you found these insights helpful.
And we look forward to seeing you next time. Keep persuading.
As we wrap up today's episode, it's clear that persuasion is a skill everyone can develop.
Absolutely. Just by understanding the power of language and body language, you can make a huge difference.
Right. And influence plays such a big role in how we communicate.
Exactly. It's about connecting with others and understanding their perspectives.
So, what would you say is the first step for someone looking to improve their persuasive skills?
I think it starts with being aware of your own communication style. How you express yourself really matters.
Oh, definitely. And being mindful of your body language can enhance your message.
Yes. For instance, maintaining eye contact can show confidence and build trust.
And using open gestures can make you seem more approachable.
Exactly. It's all about creating a welcoming environment for conversation.
So true. And understanding your audience is key to tailoring your message.
Right. Knowing what resonates with them can help you connect better.
And let's not forget about the importance of practice. The more you engage in conversations, the better you become.
Absolutely. Every conversation is a chance to refine your skills.
So, as we close, remember that everyone can learn to be more persuasive.
Yes. Just start by understanding the power of language, body language, and influence.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope you found these insights helpful.
Until next time, keep practicing your persuasive skills.